So recently, Ford announced the 2022 Maverick, and they finally put up the build page where you can kind of customize your your potential Maverick, see some of the options and prices to be able to submit a reservation. I've been seeing a lot of people put together their ideal build for the Maverick, so I thought I would kind of do the same thing and talk through some of the reasons behind the choices that I made. So we'll jump right into it. The reason the Maverick was so interesting to me when I saw it announced was that, it's a little bit smaller. I don't truly need a full pickup truck. I'm not towing any majorly large items. The real thing in a truck that I need is to be able to haul stuff back and forth from Home Depot, all my bikes, and the occasional camping trip to be able to carry things for that I might not necessarily be able to fit inside of my car. So when I saw the Maverick, I was really excited. I watched a couple videos online around the design methodology they used and just really learned a bit about, who their target audience is and why they did some of the design choices they did in the Maverick. One of the things that I was really excited to see was it seems like Ford really had makers in mind as one of their base user groups for this. So there's a lot of, space to make customizations. So there's a lot of spaces that are really open for, the user to make customizations. And I really think that they put a lot of thought into the bed layout and design. So overall, originally I was just going to get an XL. They start just under 20 grand, which is incredible that you can buy a car for that cheap, especially when it has at least a little bit of truck functionality. However, after I went through and was kind of building out the XL, I was kind of thinking, and after adding in all of the individual items here that I wanted, and then seeing what wasn't available in the XL at all, such as cruise control, I decided that I wanted to go with an XLT. One of the other things that I thought was okay in the XL was the interior. I kind of like the look of the XLT a little better. So you'll see a little bit of difference there when I go through the XLT. But they don't give you options to really customize these things at the XL level. So moving up to the XLT, that starts at 22.2. I would definitely still get the 2.5 liter hybrid. These things are supposed to get like 40 miles per gallon around town. It's really cool that they made this a standard powertrain for all of the Maverick line. Some people might want to get the 2-liter EcoBoost engine for a couple of reasons. One, you can get all-wheel drive with it. And I thought about that, but given where I'm at right now, being in the city, I don't think I'm going to need all-wheel drive. I think having 8 inches of ground clearance or so would be enough to get around most of what I deal with. I would want all-wheel drive, in a future vehicle. But again, being in the city, I don't think I need it. So we'll go into the XLT, again, starting at 22,000 or so. Some of the cool stuff that opens up when you move up to the XLT is actually paint colors. You have more paint options with the XLT than you have with the XL. Now, the same can be said about the Lariat, but I don't really care too much about paint colors as like a driving decision. So looking at the Alto Blue, but they do charge you extra for that. And being that I don't really want this to kind of be a beater car, I don't care too much about the color, whatever's free. The gray is fine. Now, when you move up to the XLT, you do get aluminum wheels, 17-inch wheels, get a painted grill bar, a little bit better interior colors, which I'll show you in just a minute. Power side view mirrors, power tailgate lock. On the XL, it is manual. Cruise control. Being in the city, it's not a must-have, but it is nice if I decide to go, for a longer trip outside the city to have cruise control. I think every vehicle I've ever had pretty much had cruise control, except for had a 98 Saturn SL1 that didn't have cruise control. That was 5-speed. Yeah, just weird that they omitted it on the XL. But anyway, comes with cruise, and then flex bed with rear cubby storage and tie downs. So you'll see the wheels here. These are the wheels you get. You can't change them. Same goes for the tires. I think overall the truck looks pretty good. And there's the interior that I was talking about. So one of the things that I do think I would add is the Xlt Luxury Package. And as I mentioned, it's available on the XLT. A couple of the nice things I think that come with this that kind of make it worth it, instead of adding it piecemeal on, something like the XL, are, heated seats, really nice. Key fob with remote start is really nice to have. The trailer hitch, should I tow something, small, having that is really nice to have as well. And you get the spray-in bed liner, the full-size spare, the 400-watt inverter too, which I would have added to XL had I gotten it. So overall, I think this is a pretty good package to have. Comes with some nice amenities that'll make it a lot more comfortable to use day to day, but not over the top at the same time. So again, you can see in here, the options are checked. Spray-in bed liner, the trailer hitch, bed tie downs, the full-size spare is all really, really nice to have. As I mentioned, you don't really get any flexibility with the interior, but I do think it looks a lot better in this model than the XL. What the front looks like. Overall, I think it looks really good. I'm looking for something that's going to be easy to clean. Overall, I think they look like they'll hold up just fine. I like the color accents and just the overall aesthetic of the XLT. I wouldn't really add anything else here. It already has the inverter. As far as the powertrain goes, I would stick 100% with that hybrid engine. The only disappointing thing that I was looking online is the battery pack on this, I think, is only 1 kilowatt hour. Now, I know this, isn't a full EV. It isn't even a plug-in hybrid, although this would be a really cool vehicle to see, a plug-in hybrid. I think that potentially down the road, that might be an option. I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping to see like 3 or 4 kilowatt hours, but this is a first generation, so, it might not be in the cards just yet. So as I mentioned, the 2.5 liter hybrid is what I would choose. The EcoBoost engine does have quite a bit more power to it, but mostly what I want to do is, get good mileage around town, which is most of the driving that I do, and then have the ability to take it on longer trips should I need to. I think these will get about 500 miles per tank is what they're hoping, although I haven't seen any official numbers, or, no one's really gotten to test drive one. As spec'd out, my Maverick would be about $26,765. Obviously, that'll, be tweaked one way or another once you start talking with the dealer. But overall, I mean, the truck looks pretty good. It's pretty basic, but that's all I need. I don't need to haul, 10,000 pounds. I don't really need a full-size bed. Just need a little bit more than a compact car. And, this gives you that while still getting pretty good gas mileage and having, sitting up a little bit higher off the ground. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier is the flex bed system. So Ford looks like they've, really built the entire bed to be customizable, whether, you can add customized tie downs here. There's indentations here in the bed, as you can see. So in some of the demo videos, there's slots here where people can put, 2x4s to put a custom bike mount back there, or you can put boards across here and actually fit, if you fold down the bed, you can actually fit full-size sheets of plywood in the bed, which is, pretty cool to a bed this size, and then that Ford even thought to use it like this. So it's really, really exciting to see Ford do this. I'm interested to see if there's anything they can take off of the Maverick and kind of adapt into maybe a second generation of, you know, the F-150 Lightning. So things like that are super cool to see, and I'm excited to see, like I said, if Ford ends up taking any of this from the Maverick and applying it to the F-150 side of the house. The other interesting thing that I wasn't able to get great pictures of, so I've just grabbed this one, is this little mount here. So, you know, Ford will sell accessories. This is a cup holder in this case that just kind of slides into this mount here. But what Ford will actually do is release the design for the mount so that, you know, people can 3D print their own accessories back here. You know, Ford kind of making the Maverick be maker focused is really exciting to see. And, you know, if it starts with just the Maverick being like this, and then maybe they take some of this and apply it in an F-150, I think that would be incredible. Overall, I'm really excited about the Maverick. As I mentioned, I think they're going to start delivering them in fall of 2021. So hopefully only a couple months away from being able to see these out on the road and then start seeing how they actually hold up. I might go ahead and actually reserve one of these in case they end up actually shipping this fall, and then cancel my F-150 Lightning reservation, and then kind of use this for a couple of years until a second generation Lightning can come out. You know, $26,000 for a pretty well equipped commuter car, you know, with cruise, 4 doors, should be pretty versatile. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. If you have a custom build that you did, I'd love to check it out. I've been enjoying seeing what people are speccing these out with, and I'll see you in another video.